What's up, party people? My name is Bella. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit. I have some super important stuff to talk about. You have been asking me for it so much. Y'all been yelling at me. So today I want to address some of the statements that I made that probably could have been better explained. So we're just going to end all of the speculation that's going on in the comments right now. I've got answers for you. Okay, let's talk about it, okay? The first thing that I want to make you guys aware of is that I had no idea how many people that video would reach. Like, that's insane to me. I thought maybe 25 people. Like, what? Now there's 6K? What? I mean, if we're being honest here, what happened was I woke up one morning, saw a crazy video posted by Anastasia, went to do research, saw no of other commentary coverage on it, and I thought to myself, not gonna lie, possibly was going through a little manic episode, and I sat down, researched, watched hours of YouTube videos, put it all together one day, literally one day. It was super disorganized. I did not say everything that I wanted to touch on, and really it was just the bones of the situation, just a little project that I put together for fun. But I really am grateful for it reaching as many people as it did, because now more people are going to be aware of this terrifying human being that's living on the planet Earth with us right now. Really, I just took the bones of a situation from an outside perspective and did something with it. I didn't go into so much detail or explain in depth some things that I should have. It was kind of just a little fun project for myself, and I know saying that right now sounds silly. I was passionate about how awful this person was, and I have so many opinions, but I didn't think that was gonna be my statement. I didn't think that. But when I realized that it was reaching so many people, and people were telling me that I should have spoke to the victims first, at first I was like, haters gonna hate. But the more I thought about it, when it comes to presenting facts about somebody, especially such an influential and dangerous person, it's really important to get it accurate. And I didn't realize that I needed to be at the time. So I kind of had an epiphany, and I was like, maybe. But honestly, I was just so confused because some people were sticking up for me, and then other people were telling me other things, and I just wanted to figure out what was the right thing to do. So I reached out to Marcela. I told her, hey, I don't mean to bother you, but I made a YouTube video. Some people are telling me that I made some mistakes. I was hoping for clarification. It's totally okay if not, and if you even feel uncomfortable with the video, just say the word and it's gone. And honestly, I wasn't expecting a reply, but I am so grateful that I got one. So she did message me back and told me that she did watch the video, that she had no problems with it. There was a couple things that I got incorrect, but it didn't change the point. It wasn't damaging, and she did not want me to take it down. She said she would be more than happy to clarify things once she's in the right headspace. Absolutely, absolutely. That's also another reason for me making this video now. I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to take, but I want you guys to know I am doing something about it. So we're not going to rush her. Let her take her time. We'll get there when we get there. And I will be linking this video in my previous video in the top comment in the freaking recommended, whatever it is, I'll do all that, okay? Because it is really important to me that people see this. But I do have one of those things. That is, so basically in a part of that video, I was summing up the breakup that happened between Marcela and Anastasia. The way that I presented it definitely sounded like Marcela triggered Anastasia to drink. Anastasia drank and got angry. Marcela left. That's not exactly what happened. The trigger that we're referring to is when Marcela had replied to Anastasia's question, "What are your fears?" with that we would become anxiously attached. I'll reiterate, I'll say it again. There is nothing wrong with saying that, girl, babe. Girl, babe. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Anastasia's just got problems. Okay, she's just got problems. Anyway, what actually happened was Anastasia had been drinking prior to that, just for fun, just because she wanted to. And Marcela feels like that possibly contributed to the blow up that they had. So she was already in a drunken state when Marcela said this to her, and that's probably, what set everything off. And at the time, remember, she was homeless, living in her Jetta, and Marcela came to the rescue. First day they met up, Anastasia asked to get into a relationship, and they started living together. The relationship lasted 4 days. And yeah, Anastasia was living with her during this time, okay? So Anastasia left the apartments, went and did her own thing, got hella drunk, started posting reels. Ooh, yes, she posted a reel, this one.
Hey, sweetie. So my main experience in the dating world is that people will assume I'm their abusive ex and then push me away constantly because of it. And I'm nothing like that.
And this part's a little bit muddy. I didn't get complete clarification on this yet. But apparently Anastasia had called the following day and apologized. And then I guess later on, Marcela called Anastasia and expressed that she should stop drinking for her own sake, which is what Anastasia is talking about in the infamous
stuff. And I'm like, no, I didn't. Okay? You encouraged me to drink, and I said, I can't be around this because it makes me want to drink. And then I hung up the phone.
So after a couple conversations, they mutually agreed to break it off because they both agreed that Anastasia had messed up so badly. That's the only situation that I can clear up at the current moment. I'm just waiting. But now, what the second majority of you guys are here for, mental health problems. So one of those things that I did not explain my point correctly, in-depthly, say all that I wanted to say is surrounding the manic episode. So I just want to clear that up right now. Firstly, everybody that commented something about it, I don't have anything against you. I'm not mad at you. That's totally understandable. People do need to know the differences. I just didn't know that people were gonna be looking for that, But from this point forward, I got y'all. I have opinions, and they're good ones. And I don't mean to dox myself, but I've got most, if not all, if not more, mental diagnoses than Anastasia has. Which I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to say that, I get it. And hopefully in the future, I'll have opportunities to be an advocate for mental illness. So Anastasia is diagnosed with BPD, ADHD, insomnia, CPTSD, and I'm pretty sure a few others as well. The video that I was talking about at that point was Anastasia's reactions to comments telling her that she's in a manic episode. And her reasons for not being in a manic episode is that this is just how she's been all her life. So if we take a closer look at all of these diagnoses, we can see that a lot of the criteria of these diagnoses are symptoms of manic episodes. That being said, you can experience symptoms of mania without being manic. But doesn't it mean that you're experiencing mania? So according to the DSM-5, a manic or hypomanic episode is defined as a distinct period of abnormally and persistently elevated expansive or irritable mood and abnormally and persistently increased activity or energy. This must last for at least 1 week and be present for most of the day and cause a significant change in functioning. They may seem very grandiose or very irritable. They may not recognize that their behavior is risky, and sometimes they're forced into periods where they just cannot sleep. And vice versa, if you are struggling sleeping, it can trigger a manic episode. So once again, elevated self-esteem, irritability, less need for sleep, fast, loud, sometimes disorganized speech, feeling easily distracted, and doing many activities at once, as well as engaging in activities on an impulse that can lead to harmful consequences. And for somebody to be diagnosed with mania, they only have to have 3 of those. But it is really tricky because we have ADHD here, because we have insomnia here, because we have CPTSD here. If it was BPD on its own, that would be a different story. So the DSM-5 diagnostic criteria for borderline personality disorder is as follows: a pervasive pattern of instability in interpersonal relationships, self-image, and effects. Marked impulsivity beginning by early adulthood and present in various forms and contexts. Frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. Impulsivity in at least 2 areas that are potentially self-damaging. Inappropriate intense anger or difficulty controlling anger. So a lot of those criteria on their own are symptoms of manic episodes. Most scholars agree that in BPD you experience hypomania instead, which is just a lower form of mania, and it lasts shorter, which is the big part in BPD, the fast cycles. It changes very quickly. And now the DSM-5 diagnostic criteria for bipolar is experiencing at least 1 episode of mania or hypomania. Mania symptoms lasting at least 1 week and present most of the day, nearly every day. Depressive symptoms such as depressed mood, loss of interest, changes in weight, sleep disturbances, fatigue, and feelings of worthlessness. And different types of bipolar disorder, including 1, 2, and cyclothymic. It's confusing, man. I don't care if you're a therapist. It is confusing. In bipolar, you could only have 1 episode of hypomania. Now, I'm not out here diagnosing nobody except for myself. Nah, I've already been diagnosed. I got them all. I don't need no more. I found this lovely article entitled Mania and BPD, and it explains mania is commonly associated with bipolar disorder, but can also be present in individuals with borderline personality disorder. Mania and BPD is characterized by intense energy, mood, and activity lasting days or weeks. Individuals with BPD often experience manic episodes characterized by heightened energy, impulsive behaviors, and rapid mood swings. So I mean, this is just one article with like 17 sources that I found, but like, take that as you will. If you look up, do people with BPD experience manic episodes, it just flat out says no, which I feel like is a little off from the truth. People with BPD can experience episodes of mania. Again, that being high self-esteem, less sleeping, messiness, disorganized speech, blah, blah, right? I really tried to get like some textbook yes or no, like, tell me, the government, tell me. Government, tell me. But what my point in the video was, She has not only BPD, but also ADHD, insomnia, CPTSD, whatever else. And all of those together, it's almost certain that she has every symptom of a manic episode, minus the bipolar, I guess. And yeah, you can attribute these symptoms to different diagnoses. Her anger can be attributed to her BPD or CPTSD. Her hyperactivity can be attributed to her ADHD, as well as her impulsivity. Sure. She has insomnia. She can't sleep. If you're gonna have them all at the same time, you're experiencing mania. And I would love for somebody to change my mind about that. If you have any opinions, let me know. There were some comments I wanted to read and talk about, but I feel like I kind of answered everything with what I already said. So I'm just gonna kind of let them play in the outro. So that's all I really want to say. See ya.
I can't do this. I can't do this.